and welcome back to our yoga and the Enneagram series. Today we're going to be talking about Enneagram 9s. 9s are the peacemakers. They're calm, cool, collected, super chill, easygoing, great friends, great mediators. They're able to see multiple sides of any situation. They tend to be self-forgetting and they hate conflict. So even though they might feel something, they kind of tuck that back because they don't want to make their needs known or get in conflict with anyone. They also can tend to be either in their own world, like their own harmonious world, so they might seem a little checked out, or they could be seen as slothful or lazy, difficult to rouse, difficult to get going. But once they get in touch with their bodies and their gut, they're able to take really great, powerful steps. They just need to know that they matter. 9s are seen as the crown of the Enneagram, so they have positive aspects of each of the other 8 types. And some things will say that 9s are what human nature would most resemble if it was not in as broken of a state. So I'm going to read just a little something here. It says, indolence or shiftless idleness is the 9's fixation, a slow, simmering boil of forgetfulness that causes them to stay stuck in their own unruffled tranquility. Ultimately, the virtue of 9s is action, manifested in proper engagement with others and a discerning restraint based in unwavering love. When 9s are present to their bodies, their own need for inner harmony, and their innate ability to project their strength into the world, no one is more capable of exemplifying the tremendous power of love to renew all things. I thought that was very beautiful. I'm married to a 9, so I can see all these aspects in him. So for today's practice, we're going to move like water. We're going to be slow and soft at first, but it will build and it will get stronger and more intense. But through this, it's going to be just a continuous flow. We'll go slower at first, and then we'll repeat the sequence a second time. So you need to be present. You need to pay attention to the first sequence, because when we go through it faster, you'll need to remember what we did or the cues that we did the first time. So be present. Pay attention to your breath and your body. We'll start with a short breathing exercise. So go ahead and either stay in your easy seated position or come up onto your knees with glutes resting on your heels. So this will kind of wake up the bottom of your feet. And then you're going to take your right ring finger and place it on your left nostril, and your right thumb and place it on your right nostril. The other 2 fingers could either point up or curl downwards. We're going to do Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathing. So start with one simple breath and then get your ring finger and thumb in place. Close the right nostril with the thumb and inhale for 3 seconds through the left nostril. At the top, hold them both closed for a second and then release out the right nostril for 3 seconds. Inhale up through the right for 3. Hold both nostrils closed for a second, and then release out the left for 3. In through the left. Close. Out through the right. In through the right. Close. Out through the left. In through the left. Close both for a second, and then release the thumb on the right side. Go a couple more times on your own time. This breath is said to be very harmonizing and balancing because you're working through both sides. It's centering and grounding, but I hope it wakes you up as well and helps you pay attention to what you're doing. So finish whatever cycle you're on, and then turn to face the top of your mat in this Virasana Hero pose. You'll place the hands behind you, lift through the chest on an inhale, and then kind of slide those fingertips forward and around, coming into child's pose on the exhale. Inhale, drag the hands back to Virasana, lift the chest on an inhale. Exhale, circle the fingertips around for child's pose. Try to move smoothly like water. Inhale, lift the chest, drop the head back. Exhale, let the belly rest on the thighs. One more time. From child's pose, inhale through cat, arching the spine. Shift over the shoulders, exhale, drop the hip bones down to the mat for high cobra. Inhale, pull the shoulder blades back and lift the chest. And exhale, lift the tailbone, sit it back for child's pose. Inhale, round through cat. All the way forward, drop the pelvis. Exhale for high cobra. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, send it back to child's pose. Do 2 more of these waves with your breath. Inhale, cat. Exhale, high cobra. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, tailbone leads the way back to child's. A slow, steady stream. Good. Come up to all fours. Curl the left knee in towards the nose, and then extend it back long. Plant the foot and open the hips out to face the left. We're going to come into gate pose. So right knee is right underneath the right hip. Left leg is straight. Reach the right arm over to the left side, stretching through the right side body. On an inhale and an exhale, plant the right hand and extend the left fingertip straight for side plank. Inhale, gate pose, over to the left. Exhale, side plank. One more time. Let the fingers be graceful in their movements. Good. From here, put all the weight through the right knee and the right foot, and then inhale to cactus the left arm, lift the chest, and then punch the left heel towards the back wall. Exhale, bring everything forward, touch left toes to left fingertips. Move smoothly here. Inhale to cactus. Exhale to round forward. One more time. Good. Plant the left hand on the left knee. Take one cat-cow. And then pick up the right knee, bring it in towards your nose, and then extend it back long behind you. Come up onto the left knee, right leg is straight. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and over, sending breath into the left side body. And then on an exhale, plant the left hand, bring the right fingertips overhead. Inhale, gate pose. Exhale, modified side plank. time. Good. From here, place all the weight into left hand and the left knee, and then pick up the right foot on an inhale, cactus the arm, and kick that right heel back. Arching through the spine, exhale, round it forward. Right toes touch right fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, curl it forward. Move smoothly. Good. And then come back to your cat-cow. And then we'll just step forward into a forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Bend into the right knee, place the left hand in the middle of the mat, and sweep the right arm up. So we'll go through this sequence a little slowly this first time. Good, and then on your exhale, come to center. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. Arms overhead. We'll stay for one extra breath. On your next exhale, start to tilt the torso forward as you come into airplane. So arms reach back by the sides of the body. Left knee is micro bent for stability. Right leg is straight back. Stay for a breath. And then on your next inhale, slowly lower, touch those right toes and come onto the right knee. Inhale for low lunge. Anjaneyasana. Lift the chest. Let the hips sink. And then we'll come into a half split. So shift the hips back over the right knee and straighten into the left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Bend into the left knee, shift forward, tuck those right toes, and then we'll move up into high lunge. Pull that right hip bone forward, relax the shoulders, and then slowly straighten into the left knee, bend the body forward for pyramid pose with the back heel lifted. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Sweep the arms forward, cartwheel them open, bend the left knee, and come into warrior two. Gaze is forward, hip bones are rotated towards the right. Stay for an extra breath. And then we'll come into triangle. So straighten the left knee, straight arms in front of and behind you. Shift the weight forward, 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 and then drop the left hand on the inside of the left shin. Right fingertips reach high. Try to create as narrow of a shape as you can with your body. Like two walls are coming together and you're just in this middle slit here. Good, bend into the left knee again, find reverse warrior. So left arm sweeps overhead, breathing into left side body. And then plant the hands on either side of the left foot and step forward into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend into the left knee and plant the right hand in the middle of the mat. Inhale, sweep the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. There we go. And then come down to center. Stay strong through that right knee. Inhale, Pick up the left knee towards the ceiling. Hands can be overhead or at heart center. Stay present, stay for a breath. And then start to lean the torso forward, kick the left leg back, arms by the side of the body for airplane. Slowly bend into that right knee, place the left toe tips on the mat, lower that back knee, open the arms and the chest for Anjaneyasana. Let the heart lift, let the hips sink. Good, straighten into the right knee, coming forward for half splits. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend back into that right knee, tuck the left toes, sweep the arms forward for high lunge. Inner thighs hug together. Navel draws in towards spine. And then straighten that right knee, come forward for pyramid pose with the back heel lifted. You can inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend into the right knee, plant the left heel, cartwheel the arms open for warrior two. Right knee tracks over right ankle, shoulders release from the ears. Gaze forward. Straighten into that right knee. Reach those right fingertips forward, and then place them on the inside of the right shin or ankle. For triangle pose, lift those left fingertips up. Good, bend back into the right leg, sweep the left arm forward, and then cartwheel it open again, reverse warrior, right arm reaches back. Plant both hands on either side of the right foot, and then step back into downward facing dog. Good, we can roll through the spine here, sending it forward for plank pose. Drop the hips for high cobra. Lift the chest. And then back to downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat. We're going to move with a little more speed and intention now. You know the sequence. Just use your breath to carry you through. So bend into the right knee, place the left fingertips in the middle, reach the right hand up. And then come into standing pose with knee flexed in on an inhale, and then exhale, send it back for airplane. Inhale, drop it down for low lunge, open up the chest. Exhale, shift the hips back, straighten the left leg for half splits. Move those hands slowly forward like water, come into high lunge. Exhale, straighten the left leg for pyramid pose. Inhale, cartwheel the hands open for warrior two. Exhale, bring it forward for triangle. Inhale, left knee bends, left hand sweeps back for reverse warrior. Exhale, plant the hands on either side of the left foot, step back for downward facing dog. Inhale, curl it forward. Exhale, plant the pelvis. Inhale, lift through the chest. Exhale, hips lead the way for downward facing dog. Slowly walk those feet forward again. And we'll do the other side. So bend into the left knee, left fingertips reach up, sweep that hand around back. Try to make these movements graceful. Stand up with the left knee flexed. Exhale, send it back for airplane. Inhale, drop it down, low lunge, open the chest. Exhale, shift the hips back for half splits. Inhale, bend to the right knee, stand it up for high lunge. Exhale, straighten the right knee for pyramid. Inhale, open it up for warrior two. Exhale, straighten that right knee, come into triangle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, roll through your spine, come forward to plank, then drop the hips down. Inhale, pull the shoulder blades back and down. Exhale, hips lead the way for downward facing dog. We'll move into our second sequence. So again, we'll start it a little slower, and then the second round, we'll do 1 breath per movement. So inhale, raise those heels up. Exhale, drop them over to the right. Tent onto the left fingertips, really breathe into the left side body. So your hips are kind of poking out to the side. Then wrap your bottom leg, your right leg, around the top. Pick up your left fingertips, bend deeply into the left knee, heels touch the ankle, and then we're gonna extend out, straighten through the left leg, left fingertips reach forward for this side plank variation. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, extend it out. Plant the left hand, rotate the left foot so that the toes are now pointing towards the right. And then your right ankle can come onto left knee in more of a figure 4. Bend deeply into the left knee and then straighten. Move purposefully, slowly, smoothly. One more time. Good. Pick up that right knee high towards the ceiling along with the right fingertips. Side plank with the tree leg. And then flip it over into wild thing. So left leg is straight, right knee is bent, right toes are supporting, and chest lifts high. Good. Slowly, slowly bring that right foot forward. You can grab onto the toes if you want for about 5 seconds, and we'll land it at the top of our mat. Coming into this low runner's lunge. Let the hips drop. And then as you straighten into the right knee, open the body out to the left side of the mat and bend deeply into Skandasana, or surfer's lunge on the left leg. Lift the chest. Arms can stay in front of you. You can open them out if you want. Good, and then slowly walk those hands forward again, bending slightly into the right knee, and then we're gonna kick the left toes up, coming in to warrior 3. So fingertips reach forward, long line of energy, straight through your body. Right knee is micro bent, pull the navel in. And then start to slowly stand on that one right leg. Inhale, cactus the arms, lift the chest, bend the left knee, and then on an exhale, round and curl everything forward, bringing the knee into the chest. One more time with that. Inhale, reach the chest up. Exhale, curl it in. We're going to come into high lunge. So slowly, carefully plant those left toes and just reach the arms out to the side. Clasp fingertips behind you. Plant the left knee and lift the chest. Lengthen the spine on an inhale. Exhale, drop it down for humble warrior. Right shoulder comes on the inside of the right knee. Head drops. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, drop it down. One more time, inhale, lift. Puff that chest a little higher, broaden through the collarbones. Exhale, let the head plant on the inside of the right foot. Place the hands on either side, and then we're going to step into the right foot, lift the left leg high for standing splits. So you're allowed to open your hip a little to the side if you need. Actively use your left glutes and left hamstrings to bring that heel higher. Good, bend the left knee in, and then grab hold of that left ankle with your left hand. I'm going to come into sugar cane. If you need, you can have a block on the outside of the right foot. So you'll kind of kick in to that left foot as you extend your knee back behind you and open your hips open to the left side. Right fingertips are supporting underneath you. Good, and then slowly release. Step back to downward facing dog. Move like water through your vinyasa. Purposeful and present. And alive and feeling this flow. Good, pick up the heels, place them over to the right side, or left side, sorry. Tent up onto the right fingertips. Stick the booty out a little bit. Feel a nice side stretch. Wrap that bottom left leg over the top right one. Place all the weight into left hand. Bend deeply so that the hips reach the feet. And then extend the right hand overhead as you straighten the right leg for side plank. Bend it in on an exhale, and then inhale to expand. Good, plant the right hand. Rotate those right toes all the way over to face the left side of the mat and come into figure four with the left leg. Exhale, bend deeply into the right knee. Inhale, straighten it out. One more time with your breath. Pick up that left knee, left fingertips towards the sky, high plank or side plank. And then drop back into wild thing. Left toe tip support you, left arm reaches up and overhead. Rotate the right hip bone to face the sky. Good. And then slowly we'll bring the left foot to the top of the mat. You can use your peace fingers around the big toe to help carry it forward for 5 seconds. Slowly come into your low runner's lunge. And then send it back to Skandasana on the right side. So walk the hands over to the back of the mat and bend deeply into the right knee. From Skandasana, point those left toes forward, walk the hands to the top of the mat, push gently through the left heel as you lift up for warrior three. So biceps from the ears, long line of energy from both fingertips all the way through the shoulders, spine, and through the heel. Good, slowly raise it up, balancing on your left leg. Inhale, cactus the arms out, punch that right heel back. Exhale, curl and round everything in. One more of those. Good, slowly, carefully step it back to high lunge. Broaden through the collarbones, lift the chest, and then interlace the fingers behind you. Plant that right heel. Inhale, crown of the head reaches. Exhale, drop left shoulder on the inside of left knee for humble warrior. 2 more with your breath. Let your hands be heavy and weigh down on the inhale. Let your torso drop on the exhale. One more. Into humble warrior. Widen through the left toes, plant the hands, and step it up for a standing split. So you can use your fingertips as traction to open up more, but really actively use your right leg to lift it higher. Good. Bring the right knee in to match the left. And then grab hold of that right ankle with your right hand. Kick into your foot, open the hips over to the right as the knee lifts for sugar cane. Good. Slowly release without slingshotting. So use your hamstring and then step both legs back to downward facing dog. Flow through whatever vinyasa feels right for you now. Being in tune with what your body needs and using the breath to get you there. So we're going to do that again, but more quickly. So pay attention, be present, remember what you've already done today. Inhale, lift the heels, drop them over to the right side, tent onto left fingertips, and then wrap the right leg around. Exhale, come into a tiny ball. Inhale, expand, straighten the left arm and leg. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale, side plank. Plant the left hand, rotate the left toes to face the right side of the mat. Come into figure 4. Bend the hips in towards the heel. And then straighten it out overhead. Exhale, bend it in. Inhale, expand. Flex that right knee up towards the ceiling, right fingertips up for side plank. And then flip it over for wild thing. Grab hold of that right big toe with the right peace fingers. Slowly step it forward to the top of the mat. Come briefly in to a runner's lunge. And then Skandasana on the left side. Bend into that left knee as you straighten your right knee. Come forward to the top of the mat, warrior 3 on an inhale. Stand it up on an exhale, bouncing on your right foot. Inhale, cactus the arms, lift the left heel. Exhale, curl it forward. One more of those. Inhale, puff the chest up higher. Exhale, forehead towards the left knee. Plant the left toe tips back for a high lunge. Move through water. Interlace your fingers behind you. Plant the left heel. Crown of the head lifts, and then drop it in for humble warrior 3 times. staying split, but step the right foot back towards the middle of the mat a little bit. Inhale, lift that left leg high. And then bring that left knee in, grab a hold of the ankle. Open it up for sugar cane. And then release the left ankle, keep the left knee bent. Plant both hands, and you're gonna come into side crow. So outside of left knee, we'll come to the back of the right elbow or tricep. And then you can hop wherever you need. Start shifting the weight forward, forward, forward into your hands so that eventually both feet lift. Hold steady here. Good, drop it down. And then step back for downward facing dog. Take your vinyasa. Always feel free to take an extra couple breaths in child's pose. Good, send the hips back for downward dog, and then lift the heels and drop them over to the left side of the mat. Tent onto the right fingertips, breathe into the right side body. Wrap the left foot, left leg around the right leg. Drop it down into a tiny ball, then expand open for a side plank. Be intentional and strong here. As you plant the right hand, rotate the toes to the opposite side of the mat, come into figure four, hips towards heels, and then straighten it out. Good. On an inhale, tree pose, hovering tree pose on the left, and this side plank, and then drop it back for Wild Thing. Grab a hold of that left big toe, and slowly step it forward to the top of your mat. Come into runner's lunge, and then deep bend into the right leg for Skandasana. Not staying here too long. Walk the hands forward, micro bend into the left leg. Inhale for warrior three. Exhale to stand. Inhale, dancer prep. Exhale, round everything in. Moving like a wave. On your inhale, step it back for high lunge. And then interlace the fingers as you drop the right heel. Lengthen through your spine. And exhale, drop for humble warrior. Good, we'll come into standing splits, but bring that left foot in towards the middle of your mat, scooting it back. Inhale, lift the right leg high. Exhale, bring that right knee in, grab onto your ankle, and then inhale, open up for sugar cane. Exhale, slowly release. Keep that right knee bent and bring it over to the back side of the left elbow. Hands, fingertips are wide. Support your right elbow onto your right hip as you come forward into side crow. Good. Slowly release. Find your way into down dog. And then walk your feet and hands over to the left side of the mat. So you're on the very corner here. Inhale, lift the left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee, flip it over into Wild Thing. Then we're gonna play here. So listen to your body. If it's not up for it, don't do it, but we're gonna try to move from Wild Thing into bridge. So open, rotate that chest towards the top of your mat as you plant the left fingertips down. Then you can shift through the right hand and plant the feet. And then we'll move over to the right side of the mat for downward facing dog. You gotta do both sides since 9's like harmony and balance. So inhale, you should be on the right side of your mat now. Right leg sweeps up, bend it over, flip it into Wild Thing, and then try to find your bridge from here. Staying for a breath, and then moving those right fingertips towards the middle of the mat as you shift over for downward facing dog. If that was crazy to you, just hang out in child's pose for a minute. Now we'll inhale, sweep the left leg up, and then bring it forward to pigeon pose. So shin can be parallel and foot can be flexed, or you can have your toes pointed and your shin at an angle here. Tent onto the fingertips, inhale, lift the chest, exhale, wave the spine down. 2 more. We're starting to slow down. Let that rush of feeling start to calm. 1 more, inhale, lift, and exhale, wave the spine down. Rest onto your forearms. And hang out in half pigeon for a while. Mind's just awaken to all these sensations and feelings in your body. Maybe new things you tried, or old things you've done before, but practice them with new intention. Good. Sit on to the left hip, raise the body up, and we'll come into a side stretch over to the right. So your left palm of your foot is, or sole of your foot is on the inside of the right thigh. Right fingertips can grab onto the right hand, and then reach the left hand up and fold it over. So you can do this, you can touch your toes on both sides, but that's kind of beside the point. We want to get more of a stretch through the side body. So if that means your hand doesn't touch, that's totally fine. Slowly release. Plant both hands at the top of your mat. Tuck the right toes and step back for down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then bring that knee forward, coming into your half pigeon. Find a comfy spot for you. I'm going to choose pointed toes today. Tent onto the fingertips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, let the low spine, mid spine, upper spine drop. Inhale, crown of the head lifts. Exhale, chest gets heavy. One more time. And then find a comfortable spot to breathe into. Resting your forehead on your hands or on the mat, or onto a block if you need it. Slowly come up onto both hands, sit back onto your right hip, and then open up to the long edge of your mat. Left peace fingers can hold on to left big toe. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and overhead. So again, try not to collapse, even if it means you're able to get deeper into the pose, but just be attuned to what your body needs right now. Emphasizing breathing into the right side ribs. Take one more breath. And then we'll come into a bridge pose. So straighten both legs out in front of you. Lie down onto your back. And then wiggle those feet in towards your bottom. Knees are pointing towards the ceiling. Inhale, we'll push through the heels, lift the hips, and also reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, let each spinal segment drop one at a time as your arms just swim out to the side. Inhale, lift the hips up, lift the arms up, and then slowly drop the spine down. The arms make their way down to the sides of your body. 2 more of those with your breath. Like the tiny little final ebbs if you were to skip a rock on a lake. Coming into our final calming posture. So send the legs out, long on either edge of your mat, hands by your side, coming into your Shavasana. Just being open to any thoughts or any feelings about your practice. Do you feel more alive and awake and tingly? Do you feel powerful now that you did that? More in tune, more able to process and act and make decisions and stand up for yourself. Stay in your Shavasana as long as you need. I'm going to finish with a poem by Morgan Harper Nichols. You are being called beyond the shore to a place you've never been before. The water may be colder there, and the ocean floor may seem too far. But you are going to learn more of who you are. So keep your eyes open as you venture out today. These waters are new, but do not be afraid. You're only going to grow here as your eyes and heart become open to the process of becoming. So Enneagram 9s, we love you and appreciate you for just your calm, soothing nature. You're easy to be around, you're easy to talk to, and just have a good time with. But I hope you know that you are powerful and full of love, and we need you to stand up for yourself and stand up for others. Because when you do it in a way that's selfless and doesn't have any other ulterior motives. So I hope this practice helped you feel flowy but strong and purposeful. And I hope you really enjoyed it. So thank you for practicing with me. Have a great day. Namaste.